Hey, Wellspring Tech team. Hope everyone is doing well. It's time for service review again. So I'm just going to jump into it. This one is relatively short. There's just a couple of things that I wanted to point out. Nothing major, just some small things that we should all be aware of. So the first thing is that the vocals in the broadcast mix were a little bit too high, a little bit too loud in the mix, but also that they were distorting a little bit, and that's because they were bumped up so much. And so I'm just going to play this for a couple seconds here so you can listen to it. But um, if you really listen to the vocals, you'll hear a little bit of distortion uh, on the singing. So I just wanted to point that out. So here's that.
You hear your children now. You are the same. Come on, you sing it. You are. You answered prayers back.
Let's find a bit of a bigger part over here.
We're hungry, we're desperate. Lord, open the heavens. God, we need you.
So there's just a little bit of distortion there. It's not super noticeable, and I bet most people watching wouldn't notice it. But just because they were boosted so high, they just started to hit that spot where they were just a little bit. So not a huge issue. The next thing that I wanted to point out is at this point in the transition between songs, um, I'm going to mute this and hit play. We kind of get to the end of this part of the song here,
Your
and
faithfulness.
you notice that the lyrics stay on screen
Thank you, Jesus.
until basically we transition into the next song. And so they could definitely be cleared off a little bit faster than that, on the chance that there wasn't a blank slide at the end of that song to go to. You can always go to the clear slide button, which I just pulled up a little picture here. So if you're looking in the top right corner of ProPresenter, over here you have the clear buttons for each layer of ProPresenter. And this one here with the three lines on it, third from the bottom here, will clear any lyrics that are on screen while keeping the background there. So if for whatever reason there's not a blank slide and you need to clear the lyrics, you can just go up here and click that to clear them. Um, Another moment here during just a bit of a transition moment. Yeah, when Pastor Joey and April were coming up, I'll just hit play.
Come on, do you believe that? Well, as the offering baskets are being passed, let me just once again say thank you for being here.
So we transitioned to a camera there, one before it was ready. So there was a bit of an issue in service where PJ had to step away, and so we were kind of controlling cameras without being able to see them. But just as like a good frame of reference, if you're switching to a camera shot, make sure that they're ready, make sure that their framing is good, because then we get stuck on this frame for a little bit where the camera operator can't really adjust the headroom until we move off onto a different camera. And so we're just kind of sitting here with this weird framing because we switched to the camera too soon. So video directors and camera operators just communicate to make sure that we know, or that the video director knows when your shot is ready, and video directors make sure that your camera operators know when they're about to go live. And the very last thing I wanted to point out is a front of house audio issue or point to just pay attention to is when we get to this point, Pastor Joey's transitioning out of his message back into the response song, and I'll hit play just so you can kind of hear what happens.
Serve a God who is worthy of our praise. Come on, let's declare it. Come on. You reign above it all. Yes, you do.
So you can hear Pastor Joey start to sing as we go into this transition. And when we're in those worship moments, we want to keep the speaker mics down as much as possible. And so I say this is a front of house issue because if front of house mutes Pastor Joey's microphone, it will also mute it in broadcast so that they don't have to worry about that. And it's more, uh, it's easier for the front of house to know when to mute because they can kind of watch Pastor Joey, see what he's doing, get cues on whether they think he's about to speak or not. Obviously, we don't want to miss any speaking moments if he comes back in and starts to say something. But anytime we can avoid having our speakers in a worship setting have their vocal in, if they start singing or they go off and start praying or whatever it is that they're doing, obviously we want to avoid including those in the mix as much as possible. So just a couple things to be aware of, guys. Really, really great services yesterday. I know we had a couple of chaotic moments with the live stream. Honestly, it was mostly just chaotic for myself and for PJ, and so everyone did a really, really good job of just doing their jobs and making things happen while we got everything sorted. And so, really appreciative of you guys for all the work and the dedication and the time that you give to come in and serve and do all your things for us. It really makes a huge, huge difference. So thanks guys so much. If you, as always, if you have any questions or any things that you need from us, resources, training, prayer, whatever it is that you need from us in the meantime until we see you next time, just let us know because that's what we're here for. And we want to make sure that we can provide whatever it is that you guys need to. So thanks so much. See you guys next time.